Let's walk through how to create the drawing for the axle peg component for the miniature train project. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new sheet to our drawing set. I'm going to go ahead and choose the base view. And on this particular scenario, I want to actually taking a look at the right side of our train. We're going to go ahead and do a 4:1 scale just because of the size of the axle peg. It's going to look bigger than the drawing, but I'm going to go ahead and just click to place it here and select OK. So one thing we're going to look at is just the first axle peg is behind this wheel. So I'm actually going to right click on it and say suppress all except selected. And now you'll kind of get a little bit of a better idea of what's going on. So this is our top view. I'm going to go ahead and project, and I'm going to go ahead and put a view down like this. And then I'm going to grab the projected view one more time and project off of this front view to kind of give us this particular view of our axle peg. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to shade it. And then now we can go ahead and start to dimension. So the one thing we need is we need a center mark here for our circular features. And I'm going to go ahead and focus on dimensions for our top view are going to look like this. I'm going to go ahead and grab the diameter on this portion. And I'm going to grab the diameter on the outside. And I'm going to grab the text note. And on this one, I'm going to go ahead and just select one of the edges here. And I want to go ahead and just type that this is a hex socket head 5 30-seconds across flats 0.11 deep. So this was the text note that we got from the actual drawing that we had going on when we modeled this part. So, and that's what I'm going to kind of do. I can kind of move these guys around a little bit. But those are the three that we're going to put on our top view. For our front view, I'm going to go ahead and grab the value here. Now, in this case, I'm going to right click and I'm going to do a radius. So before I click to place the dimension, I right click and I can choose what kind I want. So I want a radius and go ahead and put that value there. I'm going to go ahead and do the height of this portion, 0.125, and I want to do the height of this little section of this kind of shoulder there in this case. I've got two kind of text notes I'm going to add. One, I want to kind of point to the threads here. And I just want to go ahead and pull, and you'll notice it automatically kind of pulled a little bit of a text note. So the 1/4 inch 20 UNC, and what I'm going to actually change this out to is to kind of match what we had in the drawing. I'm going to take out the 3A, and then I'm going to go ahead and say, we're going to put an X in here, capital X, and we're going to go 1.00, and then I'm going to do a 1/4 inch offset. I'm just going to type that in just to match what's on the drawing. Okay, the other text note that we're going to create is down here on the bottom. I'm going to select the edge here for the chamfer, and I'm just going to do 0.03 by 45 degrees. I'm going to have to go into the symbols panel to choose the degrees, and then put chamfer, just so that way I can go ahead and note that on there. And that right there will finish up our axle peg drawing for the miniature train project. Now, the only thing is as I look, the order of which I want it to go before the cow catcher, so I'm going to drag and move it there to the front. And then that way you can see here's kind of our order. Miniature train, the cover page, we have the assembly drawing. We now have the train body. We have the stack. We have the wheel. We have the axle peg. And then we also have the cow catcher. So then the last 4 remaining drawings we'll want to make sure to put in order. And we'll also want to make sure that they're all properly dimensioned and everything with the features noted.